Hello everyone, welcome to Palmist. Let's do a general analysis of this person's palm. Before we do, please subscribe. And if you want to get your palm analyzed, do WhatsApp us, it's in the description box. Now, what is the story behind this palm? The story behind this palm is when every positive line is countered by a negative line. Now, why does this happen? What is the solution for this? I'm going to discuss that in this video. Now, look at this person's lifeline. Let's look at the main lines in this person's life. The lifeline, which is here, you see here, it stops here at this point, then it picks up again from here and it goes down. And if you see here, there are multiple X marks. I don't want to draw it. Let me circle it for you so you get an idea. You see the X mark here, you see the X mark here. This means this person is going to be very prone to accidents. Accidents means some sort of incident will keep happening in this person's life. They need to be very careful while driving. They need to be very careful while riding, hiking, swimming, walking, whatever that is, crawling, whatever they do. Just be very careful because this means you're very prone to incidents in life. It will keep happening throughout your life. It's not a one-off event. Don't expect it to be like it happens once, it's not going to happen. It might happen a few months later. It will keep happening. Okay, this is what this indicates, which is not a very good sign. Okay, that is one. Also, if you see here, there's too much of overthinking happening in this person's life. Unnecessary overthinking. Now, overthinking brings what? Overthinking brings, what do you say? How do you say it? It brings agitation in life. It brings irritation in life. So because of that, what happens is, because of the tension, the worry, the short-temperedness, you become agitated, you get irritated, you want to just snap at people, So what happens is your circle of friends becomes very small. It shrinks to this. It starts off with this and it ends up with this. Why? Because people don't want to deal with a person like this. Okay, so that is not a good sign. Why? Because you see, every single line here is cut. Obstacle lines. Okay. Also, if you see Rahu lines, some are cutting the mind line, fate line, some is cutting it's cutting a lot of lines here. Some are even going across and cutting your heart line also. Now, this means legal problems. Legal related issues will be there. And if you have more than 3 to 4 guys, what this does is 12-year cycle period, you will face 2 years of severe financial stress. This is normal. 2 years is normal for every 12 years, but in some cases, it will last for 4 years in your life, which means most of your savings, whatever you've saved over the period of 8 years and things like that, will just get wiped off in the 4 years. Either you become jobless, either your business will go bust, you will lose money there, and you'll probably live off your savings, which will run out in a couple of years, and then you become financially tight. You will not be able to breathe. And then again, you will have to take money from the market, from your friends, your family, and things like that, which you will not be able to repay. Why you will not be able to repay, I will also show you that. You look at this person. There are some beautiful, beautiful lines here. Okay, there's a fish here, but cut. Your fate line grows like this. It goes to a certain point. Look at the obstacles here, guys. There's tons. There's another fate line which is going like this. Again, it's blocked. So just imagine you're walking on a road and there's a blockage everywhere you go. You move here, there's a blockage. You move here, there's a blockage. You try to go up, there's a blockage. You come to the side, there's a blockage. Anywhere you move, it's like a checkmate. You know the snakes and ladder you play? Anywhere, every time you roll the dice, you go hit a snake. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the kind of problems this person will face. Certain years will be good. Maybe 2 to 3 years will be good. Again, obstacles. Again, 6 months you'll do good. Again, obstacles. It's like playing snake and ladders. It's just that wherever this person rolls the dice, he lands up with a snake. The snake becomes a best friend. This is what is the problem here. So this is not a good sign at all. If you look at any line, even the mind line, if you see here, all these Rahu lines are cutting across, which means mind will not be able to be calm. Your mind will always be you will keep struggling to find new ideas, new things to do. Why? Because your mind will get clouded. It's basically you're clouded completely. And this is the light which is trying to go out, which will not be allowed to go out. This is all happening in your own mind. Because the way you're thinking, you're creating negative lines. And because of negative lines, you'll face financial problems, mental stress, health issues, those kind of problems will keep coming into your life. This is your own doing. Okay, so this is what it shows here. Also, if you see the mind, the heart line is okay. And anywhere above that, if you see, do you see an X mark here? A massive X mark here. There is growth, but there's also an X mark. What does this mean? Repeated financial losses. Also, if you see here, there is a massive X mark here, which means deformation. And there is a mole here, which means problem with your father, serious disagreements with your father. It can also become physical. It become like a boxing match between the son and the father. They'll go for each other. That is the kind of relationship they will have. And or if it's not with the father, then it's your elder brother. One of these two you will have serious problems with serious disagreements. And because of that, you'll even move out. And this also creates eye problem. Eye problem means eye-related injuries, especially your right side of your eye. Eye-related injuries or some sort of eye-related issues you will have because it's the sun. Okay, so they have to be very, very careful with the eyes. Trying to work on something. Some people do some heavy work and things like that. Something might go into the eyes or they might get hit in the eye. Something like that will happen. So they always have to be very careful of the right eye. Okay, this is what it shows here also. There is a fish sign here, which is a very good sign, which is the most positive sign that I've seen in this person's palm. Now, this only comes if you're in a spiritual world. Sorry, 1 minute. If you're in a spiritual world or if you're in a political world, this will only work for that. Why? Because this means pulling people towards you in terms of crowd. You will be able to convince a large amount of crowd. I'm not talking about 10, 20, 50 people. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands, even millions of people. This is the kind of talking skills this person will have. But then again, this alone is not very good because this needs support. A foundation needs 4 pillars, guys. Okay, if it's a small house, we need 4 pillars on 4 different corners. This is just one of the pillars. Please keep in mind. Okay, so this alone you cannot build a house like this. You know what will happen? It will collapse. Okay, you need 4 pillars on 4 different sides for you to stand, and that's when you'll be able to build. In this person's case, 1 is good, but all 3 are weak, which is his fate line, the mount here, and the mole here, which shows that it will just be on shaky ground. So this alone will not support it. Please keep that in mind. Everything needs to speak a story. That is when you will be able to grow. It has to be in sync. It all comes like this. It all comes like this. And that is when it all syncs. Okay, you can't just have one going here, one going this side, one going that side, like I showed you here. You cannot. Okay, when it speaks a story, when it's in sync, that is when you'll be able to grow. Okay. Now, apart from that, there are tons of other things which I haven't discussed here. I'm just discussing the basic points I wanted to show you, that every single line is facing obstacles in this person's life. Even if you see here the marriage line, both the marriage lines are coming down. One is coming because of another third party in a relationship. One is already going down and one is coming down because of a third party. Means another person will be involved, either a male or a female, and because of that there might be a split. That also shows here. So there's many things I haven't discussed here, guys. Okay, I just wanted you to show that every positive line has a negative cut in this person's mind, in this person's palm. Why? Is because the mind is not stable. When your mind is not stable, you will create negative lines. I hope this helps. Please subscribe, and if you want to get your palm analyzed, do WhatsApp us. It's in the description box. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye bye.